Okay, girlies and guys, let's talk about something that's been blowing up my DMs lately. You know those relationships where everything seems perfect on the surface, but then, bam, someone cheats and everyone's like, I totally didn't see that coming? Well, guess what? There are actually specific patterns and types of women who are more likely to cheat, and today I'm spilling all the tea. If you're new to my channel, welcome to the most honest corner of YouTube, where we don't sugarcoat anything about dating and relationships. And if you're a returning subscriber, you know we keep it real here. Before we dive in, quick disclaimer. This isn't about hating on women or creating trust issues. It's about recognizing patterns so you can protect your heart and make better choices in relationships. Trust me, after working as a dating coach and seeing countless relationships crash and burn, these patterns are just chef's kiss. Too obvious to ignore. Let's start with type 1, the attention seeker. Oh my God. We all know her, and some of you might even be her. No judgment, but maybe a little judgment. This girl's entire existence revolves around social media and attention. Her Instagram isn't just a hobby, it's literally her second relationship. Picture this. She's at dinner with her man, but instead of enjoying the moment, she's taking 47 photos of her food, checking who viewed her story, and responding to DMs from guys who are just being friendly. Her phone is basically glued to her hand, and God forbid her post doesn't get enough likes. Cue the emotional breakdown. I had this client, let's call her Madison, who was the perfect example. Drop-dead gorgeous girl, had a wonderful boyfriend, but she was addicted to attention. We're talking about posting thirst traps while her boyfriend was at work, accidentally leaving her location on when going out with girls, and constantly creating situations where guys would hit on her. These attention seekers don't start out planning to cheat. It usually begins with what they call harmless validation. A little DM here, a flirty comment there. But here's the thing. They're literally training themselves to seek validation outside their relationship. It's like building an emotional affair buffet, and eventually they can't resist taking a bite. And don't even get me started on their Snapchat stories. Every outfit check is basically a casting call for potential backup options. They'll post something slightly provocative with a caption like, "Feeling myself today?" But what they really mean is, "Someone please slide into my DMs and tell me I'm pretty." Moving on to type 2, the never satisfied woman. And oh boy, this one hits close to home because I used to be this girl. Yeah, we love character development. This type treats relationships like she's constantly shopping for an upgrade. You know those people who always need the latest iPhone even though their current one works perfectly fine? Same energy. These women have been fed this fantasy of the perfect relationship through social media, romance movies, and those weird relationship guru TikToks. They're constantly comparing their perfectly good relationship to heavily filtered Instagram couples who seem to be on vacation all the day. Like, girl, they're in debt, it's not goals. I remember watching my friend destroy her 3-year relationship because her boyfriend didn't plan elaborate surprise dates like she saw on YouTube. Meanwhile, this man was literally paying half her rent, supporting her small business, and cooking her dinner every night. But no, apparently he wasn't romantic enough because he didn't hire a flash mob to ask her what she wanted for dinner. The never satisfied woman is always looking for what's missing instead of appreciating what's there. Her man could be a literal CEO, but she'll be like, "Yeah, but does he have a six-pack like Jessica's new boyfriend?" It's exhausting. And when they do cheat, it's usually with someone who represents whatever random quality they think their current partner is lacking. All right, let's talk about type 3, the party girl who never grew up. Y'all know exactly who I'm talking about, that girl who's pushing 25 but still acts like she's a freshman in college. And no shade to having fun, but there's a difference between enjoying life and being stuck in permanent party mode. This girl's whole personality revolves around the weekend. Monday through Thursday, she's already planning which clubs they're hitting, coordinating matching outfits with her girl gang, and mysteriously never inviting her boyfriend. It's always girls' night, but somehow there's always guys in their Instagram stories. Interesting, right? I had this roommate in college who literally couldn't function without going out at least 3 times a week. She had this amazing boyfriend who was trying to build a future with her, but she ditched their date nights if her girls texted about a new club opening. Her famous line was, "We're only young once." girl, we're not Benjamin Button. Growing up is actually supposed to happen. The secret group chats. They've got one with their boyfriend where they're sending cute "I miss you" texts, and another with their girls planning which guys they're going to meet up with later. Their Snapchat stories are carefully selected for different audiences, and they've mastered the art of posting just vague enough to avoid suspicion. And don't even get me started on their loyal bestie who covers for them. You know, that one friend who's always ready to say, "Yeah, she crashed at my place," when the Miss Party Girl was definitely not at her place. It's like they've got this whole network of enablers supporting their messy behavior. These girls often don't see themselves as cheaters. In their minds, what happens at the club doesn't count because they were just having fun or it was just dancing. Newsflash. Grinding on some random guy while your boyfriend's at home isn't just dancing. It's disrespectful. Now, type 4, the opportunity taker. This one's particularly sneaky because she often comes across as the most trustworthy. She's got her life together, probably has a great career, and seems totally committed until an opportunity presents itself. This type of woman is basically playing relationship roulette. She's not actively looking to cheat, but she's got this mindset of, well, if something better comes along. It's like having a backup folder on your computer. You're not using it right now, but it's there just in case. Here's where it gets wild. These women are masters at manipulating situations. That business trip to Chicago? She conveniently forgot to mention that her work crush would be there too. That team building weekend? Somehow she ends up in the same hotel room as that new client she's been texting. I see this all the time in corporate environments. These women use their professional image as a cover. Their partners trust them completely because she's just focusing on her career. Meanwhile, she's got Tinder hidden in a folder called Work Apps, and her LinkedIn messages are spicier than her Instagram DMs. The red flags are subtle, but they're there. Notice how she gets defensive about her phone, or how she's suddenly working late more often. Or my personal favorite, when she starts mentioning a colleague's name just a little too much. "Oh, Mark from accounting is so good at Excel." Girl, we know you're not excited about Excel. The opportunity taker is dangerous because she's patient. She doesn't make obvious moves. She creates situations where things just happen. And when she gets caught, watch how quickly that turns into, "I never meant for this to happen," or "It was just a moment of weakness." Please, you've been laying that groundwork for months. Want me to drop the final type in conclusion? Because trust me, the last one is probably the most shocking. Let me know in the comments if you've ever encountered any of these types. I bet the stories are wild. And finally, let's talk about type 5, the past trauma carrier. This one is different because she often comes across as the most vulnerable and genuine. She'll open up about all her past relationships, how she's been hurt, cheated on, or betrayed. And initially, you'll think, this girl really values honesty and loyalty. Plot twist, she's actually setting up her future alibis. Here's the thing. We've all got baggage, right? But this type of woman doesn't just carry her baggage, she unpacks it all over her current relationship. She's been hurt before, so she's constantly looking for signs that history's about to repeat itself. Every unanswered text becomes potential cheating, every female friend is a threat, and every late night at work must mean there's another woman. But here's where it gets twisted. She uses her past trauma to justify her own toxic behavior. Because she's been through so much, she feels entitled to keep backup options. She'll be texting her ex because he understands what I've been through, or maintaining situationships because I have trust issues. She'll literally create scenarios that prove her trust issues right. Like, she'll start acting sketchy, then when her partner gets suspicious, she'll go, "See, you don't trust me either. This is exactly what my ex did." And boom, she's just justified her next questionable decision. I had this client who literally sabotaged every relationship because men always cheat anyway. Girl was running a self-fulfilling prophecy marathon. She'd cheat first because she was convinced her partner would eventually cheat on her. Make it make sense. So there you have it, my beautiful people. The 5 types of women who are most likely to cheat, whether it's the social media addict, the never-satisfied perfectionist, the eternal party girl, the opportunity taker, or the trauma carrier. These patterns are real, and they're more common than you think. Remember, this isn't about judging or shaming. It's about awareness. If you recognize these patterns in yourself, maybe it's time for some self-reflection. And if you're dating someone showing these signs, have that conversation before it's too late. Don't forget to smash that like button and hit subscribe if you want more real talk about relationships. We're flipping the script and talking about toxic patterns in men. Trust me, that video is going to be spicy. Drop a comment letting me know which type you've encountered and share your stories. Until next time, keep it real and don't forget to love yourself first.